Welcome to Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah. Greetings to you who is watching Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah. Well, I first of all thank you for watching all the other parts from where we've come from part 1, 2, 3. Here we are to part 4, which marks the end of this package. Perhaps if you've not understood anything or there is anything you missed, the link is in the description below. You can go and rewatch part 1, 2, 3 so that you can get from where we started and to where we are. And in case you'd want personal assistance, I have my contacts in the description. You can WhatsApp me and then we can get in touch. If it is your first time to watch us on Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah, I request you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the subscription button with a bell so that you can always be notified every time we put a new lesson here. Thank you very much again. So today our main focus is to look at the last part of Microsoft Word package, and we shall be concluding everything that we have gone through. We have at least tried to navigate through every tab and seen at least how every feature works with Microsoft Word. So you can definitely try out every feature. This is for all people that are learning Microsoft Word in secondary schools, university, at work, or anywhere else. Those who are looking for the skills, this is basically suiting you right. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment anything else you would want to learn with Teacher Isaiah as far as ICT is concerned. Well, today we are going to focus on the menu bar, and we shall be looking at the view review and the view then help, and then we shall end with a tell me what you want to do. That is on top here. We said this is the menu bar and this is the toolbar. So we're going to be going through everything here and we shall see what they definitely do as far as Microsoft Word is concerned. Let's have a take through. Well, our first option when we click to review is spelling and grammar. These are features of Microsoft Word that help us to look for any problem or any spelling issue in our work. For example, if I try to, let me make some errors in this work. Let me try to make some errors so that we can rectify them with the spelling checker. It will help you to basically get words right. There are very many methods. Maybe most of you have been familiar with let me first get the words wrong and then I show you. Boom, we can have this, we can have also this. I think this is enough for illustration. Okay, the words that you're seeing with red, definitely that means they have a spelling issue. Most of you, or for those who have used Microsoft Word before, and probably I think we talked about it in part 1, we are used to, you come to the word that has the issue, you right click and then you get options of the right answers. That is probably, this must be Microsoft Word, not Microsoft. So you click and the right answer will be there. But we have another option of the spelling checker. When you click spelling checker, you'll see another dialog box at the right side, as you can see here, and it is trying to tell you what the right word must be or might be. So for example, this is basically first. You can see that when you say change, it will push you to the next one. This is supposed to be programmers. So you come and look through what is the right one, programmers, and then you say change. It will push you to the next one. It's supposed to be computer. So you see that, computers. Okay, then it will push us to another one. This must be document. You get the point, and that is how it will be. This is supposed to be how. So this is for spelling checker and grammar. This is how you'll do it, and this is supposed to be word processing. Sorry, I made a problem there. Let me see. We have to make this one supposed to be word. So I'll remove that again, so that we have the error again when I come to spelling checker. You have to look for the right word. So it's supposed to be word, and then you say change, correct, and then released. and they'll notify that spelling and grammar check is complete. Then you say okay. That is as far as that feature is concerned. It will definitely look for all errors that you have in your work and try as much as possible to rectify them with all the possible answers. So it is a matter of you choosing what is right and if it fits what your document is all about. Then we also have what we call the thesaurus. This is basically to help us look for words that have the same meaning or similar meanings. For example, if I wanted to look at what other words, let me look for design. Okay, let me use program. Which other word has the same meaning as program? So I highlight that word and then I come to thesaurus. This will work when you are online. You must be having internet. If you don't have internet, it will not give you, because it uses the dictionary online. So when you come to program, you can see that we have other similar words like package, database, sequencer, driver, plugin. You get the point. If I highlighted another word, like which word? Let me say documents. Which other word looks like documents? Then I'll come to thesaurus. There are IDs, papers, credentials, passes. You get the point. So all these other words mean or have similar meanings to document. In case you want to get those other words, we shall use the thesaurus. Hopefully you've gotten that right. And then let's move now to word count. Word count will help us. When you click word count, it will help us to tell us how many pages do we have. So far we have one page. As you can see in the corner here, we have 1 of 1. So we have one page, and then we have 174 words with 871 characters, and then 1041 character with space. So these are spaces, and then the paragraphs are only 4. You can confirm with a text, and then we have only 13 lines. So the word count will help you to get all wrap up all the everything in the document. The paragraphs you have, how many pages, how many characters, how many spaces, and how many lines. And that is basically for the word count. It will count how many words you have in the character. Maybe you've been given a task to write a novel, or maybe an essay of not more than 500 words. You can use the word count to confirm how many words you've so far used. Yes, that is as far as the word count is concerned. After that, we have the check accessibility. Check accessibility. The accessibility checker verifies your file against a set of rules that identify possible issues for people who have disabilities. Depending on how severe the issue is, the accessibility checker classifies each issue as an error, warning, or a tip. So this is basically to help you look for issues or errors that might be prohibiting other people with disabilities from understanding and getting what all the document is about. That is for the accessibility. You can see it has other options, that is navigate panel, and then alt. Alt is basically you might be having an image that is not clear, or you have seen this on emails, on websites, that you can put a picture, and maybe because of poor network or because of any other issue, the picture is not able to display, but the name to tell you what the picture is all about can display. For example, if I wanted to post a document here and it's about ICT, so I'll put an alt text has, alt is alternative text has, maybe learn ICT. So in case the image delays to appear, or maybe does not appear, it can give you an alternative text like this is an image of learning ICT. Hopefully you get to the point with the check possibilities, basically looking at issues that might affect the disability from getting what all your document is about. Let us look at the languages. With the languages, we basically have 2 options, and that is the translate and then the language. The translate, that is self-explanatory. You might want probably to translate some of this text also this function needs you when you're online to use this feature. You basically highlight the area of text that you want to change, or perhaps the entire document in case you want to change everything to a certain language. You simply click on translate, so you will choose either translate the entire document, translate the selected text, or translate that to French, something like that. So in case you want to change that, you'll have to click maybe translate the entire document, and then to translate to what language. So choose the language that you want to change to. Let me say if I want to change to German. I at least know some small German. So let me choose German here still. So when you say okay, let me see if yes, this will use, of course. Let me try to see if it will work out. It will take you to Google, and then it will translate for you. That's what I'm saying. This will work when you're online. So I think you can see that it has translated whatsoever we're saying to German, though I think that is it here. So it has been translated to German. It will copy the document and then use the Google and then translate it to the language that you will have selected. You can, I think, see that you can still select from English to any other language. That is how it will work with translating. Translator. And then for the language, this is basically you can set a language, a preferred language that you can be using with your document. That is in case you get an error or something that is not right with your document, you can easily get that error in your language so that you can easily rectify or make some changes or maybe make edits in your document. That is for the language. And then when we come to the comment section, we have the new comment. You can choose to comment about anything here. For example, if I choose to comment about maybe Microsoft Word, I say new comment, it will definitely appear on the other side. Then you can put a new comment. You can say maybe nice to use. There you go. So every time someone clicks around that text, they can get the comment nice to use. You can delete that text. You can use a previous text. You can go to the next one, and you can show comment. When you click show comment, definitely come on the other side. It must appear on this side. You get it? Here it is. Nice to use. So this is the comment. Okay, so that is for the proofing, accessibility, language, and then the comment. Let's now look at track changes. Track changes will help us to track whatsoever change that has been made on the document. So when you come to track changes, you see that you can, when you click track changes, you can easily check. For example, now we can say that we made changes to the document. We added a comment. You can see that. So you can also lock track changes, and there will be no tracking. Any other person cannot easily track what changes have been made to the document. And then we also have, when you come to changes, we have the accept and the reject. When you have made different changes to a document, you can easily accept them. Or if you do not want to accept them, you can easily come and reject them. So we say reject. And I think we see when I reject, you see that the comment has also gone off. There are no comments or track changes in your document. Hopefully you can see that. You can track, and then you can accept those changes that I've made to the document, and at the same time you can easily reject them so that there are no changes in the document. Then the other thing we have is the compare. We have the compare. Here comparing is, for example, I have this kind of document, but I would want to make changes to it. So I share it to a co-worker or to a colleague. We all make different changes. So you can simply come and compare that person's work with your work to see what changes have been made, and then it is easy for you to accept them or to reject those changes. For example, if I say compare, they'll bring you this option of original document. This is the original document, let me say, and then the revised document. So I can put any other changes, the other changed document, the one that I've made changes on. So I can simply see that these are the changes that have been made from the original document, and you accept them or you reject them. We also have a combination, something like a combine. You can combine the original and the other copies that have been revised of the document. So that is basically for compare. You're basically looking at what changes have been made to a document. Do we accept them or do we reject them? We also have another one. When you come to protect, you have the block authors. When you're having a document and you also would want to, how do I call it, authorizing it, something like that, yes. So you can block other authors from basically taking on the document. We have restrict editing. Restrict editing is basically to limit changes to a document. You've seen documents that you cannot basically make any changes on them. You cannot change the font, you cannot add anything, nor remove anything. So that is basically for restrict editing. You can restrict someone from formatting the document. Someone cannot make the document maybe more appealing or maybe have more changes. And then editing, you cannot add or remove any changes as far as the document is concerned. Your only task is to open the document, read and pick what you want to learn from it, and then call it off. So that is basically for restricting. You can restrict people from editing or making changes or formatting your document. That is it. So we also have what we call hide ink. Hide ink is basically if you had any ink kind of features in our document, you would hide it from any other person. You've seen people who are basically, let me say in PowerPoint, you have inks everywhere, or maybe on a text or maybe on a diagram or something kind of sort. You can hide ink so that the documents look clean without that kind of ink that you've used in the document. That is basically for hide ink. So we have gone through all these features, and I think we have a clue on what they do and how they are being used. Let us switch straight to view and we see what to learn from view, and we shall proceed to help, and then we shall conclude with tell me what you want to do. Let us now look at view. Well, when we come to view, here we are going to be basically seeing how the document is appearing to you or to any user or anyone before the document. That is all basically what we are going to see with view. So please, I remind you, if it is your first time watching us on Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can always be notified about the new lessons that we're going to be bringing forth. You can also comment down below of anything you want to learn in ICT. We shall definitely bring it to you here, and maybe you'll have also asked for other people who wants to learn something like that. Okay, let us go through the toolbar overview, and then we see what it brings all about. Here are the features that we have when you come to the toolbar. The first one is the read mode. Well, you can set your document to any view that you want. It can be a read mode or a print layout or a web layout, depending on what you want. For example, if I can choose a read mode, you'll see that it will come in this kind of mode. You definitely don't make changes here, but you only view of what is taking place with the document or what is in the document. These options are always also down here. You can see that when you click, you have the read mode. When you come to the next one, it is the print layout, the one we have seen top, the one we have been seeing at the top there, and this one is the web layout. You can read it in a effect there. You see it will appear in a web kind of form, and then most times we work with a kind of print layout. It is like a print when you're going to planning to print or something like that. So these are basically how you're going to view your documents. We also have the Outlook and then the draft. The Outlook sees your document in Outlook form where content is shown as a bulleted point. That is how content is going to appear. And then the draft view switches your view to see just the text in your document. That is basically for how document is going to be viewed, or how your document is going to appear before you. Well, you have these options down here as well. You can adjust and make changes with how you want your document to be. Maybe after typing something and you would want to view how your document is. And then when you go to page movement, we have the vertical. Currently our document you see is in the vertical form. When the page looks in a portrait kind of, is vertical, and then if it is landscape, you'll see it in the horizontal way kind of form. So currently our work is in the vertical way. That is for the page movements. Or you can have the slides to slides. Then we have the ruler. Hopefully you don't see now rulers on our document, but when I tick rulers, you see that we shall have rulers. These ones can help you move your document. For example, if I want to move this text to in front here, I can click, you hold left, you click on left and hold left, then try to drag. You'll see that the text is moving. So you can move using the ruler. Even you can bring it back to where you want it to be or where it was. The same thing happens this way. You can either try to make it larger or make it smaller or narrower, depending on what you want using the rulers. Same thing happens to the horizontal, to the vertical side. That is for the rulers. So you can always check them in or check them out, and then you will not see them again. And that is for the rulers. And then we have the grid lines. This one will put a kind of squares or small boxes around an Excel around your document. When you choose rulers, you'll see something like that in your document. Maybe perhaps if you've seen it, or if you want to use it, something like that. Maybe you want to have something to be accurate with those squares, depending on what kind of text or document you're working around with. So that is how basically you can work around with it. That is for the grid rulers. So you can check them on, or you can check them off, and you definitely don't see them around. Then the other option we have here, we have the navigation panel, or the navigation pan. When you click there, you'll see a navigation pan here. You can basically see through the document that you have, the headings, the pages. You see, we have one page for now. If you had other pages, you would be seeing them appearing here on the line. And then the results, you'll be seeing everything basically navigating through the document that you have, and whatsoever thing that you do basically want, you can close it like that, or you can check it out here, check it off. The other option we have is the zoom. So you can zoom this document basically depending on whatever specification that you want. You can make it 200. You can increase it from here maybe to that %, and it will basically be there. But as well, you can come and use this option down here at the bottom corner. You can reduce, or you can increase it from there, and you make it larger basing on what specification or what kind of clear image you would want to attain or achieve. So that is for zoom. You can one page, we can basically choose to focus on one page. You can choose multiple pages. For now we have only one page, but if you choose multiple pages, you'll see all of them appearing. And then page width, make it just wider. As you can see, the document looks wider. Yes, so I don't know if I'm a little bit fast, but in case you feel like there's something you've not gotten clear, you can comment down below, or you can rewind and then probably rewatch the video and get it right. Yes, so after that, that is for the zoom. We definitely have seen the one page. You can have your document basically on our page, or multiple pages, and then the page width where we are right now. And then we have the new window. New window will basically open this document in a new document. For example, if I said new window, this document I think you see now we have task 2, and when I come down here, you see that I have task 1 and task 2. So it will just open your document into open it in another window, like another Microsoft Word kind of file. So that is that, and then we have arrange all. Yes, so this is for the first one, the task 1, and this is task 2, so you can see all of them. In case you want to be making the same changes on the 2 documents, you can use this one. You might be maybe editing 2 letters. You would want to send 1 letter to California and another letter to Uganda, but definitely in the same line. You can edit it this way and basically to achieve the same content. Yes, so we focus here on this one. We have also an option of split. You can split this document. Hopefully you can see same way the other way. The other time we opened the new different windows, we had 2 files, but here we have 1 file but just splinted. So you can definitely see this is 1 file and this is another one, but on the document. Yes, so some document, but I mean 1 document and same content, but just splinted. So you can still also make changes there in case you want to change here and here, and you can also remove them. There is an option for remove split, and then you have definitely 1 document as it is or as it was before. And then view slides, that is in case slides, you can view the slides from there. So here they are showing us task 1 and then task 2, the documents that we had. Let's go back and focus on this one. Okay, and what else? We have the switch windows. You can switch windows, of course, from this one to the other task 2. You can switch from here in case you want to switch from task 1 to task 2. And then we have macros. Macros is basically having, in case you have very many tasks you've been always performing now and then, we can use the macros to be always performing those operations every time you want to use them, not to reuse them over and over again. So you can use the macros to combine a number of tasks so that you can accomplish a given exercise. That is for macros. And then for properties, this will be definitely giving us information on the document, like what is the size of the document, how many words are there, how many pages are there, the title, and the tags, the comments, everything. I protect the document, issues, and everything as far as the is concerned. It will give us those properties to see that we have our document the way, or to achieve it the way we wanted it to be before. Then after this tab, the view tab, let us go to the help menu. With the help menu, we have the help center, we have the contact support, the feedback, show training. So this is basically for Microsoft. Once you click any of these options, they'll drive you online and then have contacts with Microsoft to see that you get helped or assisted in any way or the other. Then lastly but not least, remember I told you this is our last video for Microsoft Word. So anything that you haven't gotten right here, you can please comment down below and then ask anything. It will be definitely delivered to you so that you understand it a better way. Lastly, let us look at the tell me what you want. This is one of easy ways to get things done, basically, if you don't see the feature. For example, if I wanted maybe to bold here, I wouldn't look for bold. Maybe I don't know what bold is about. I will just come, tell me what you want, click there and type there bold. You see that? It will bring us bold and the document is now bold. Let me say if I want to strike through here, I'll just come to tell me what you want to do and then say strike through. It will strike through. You see that? Perhaps if you want to change this one, let me say to italize it. Let me say italize or italicize. Italics. It's there. You get the point. So you can get variety of what you want to to do with a document. Let me see, you can also put in case you want to put let me say what let me say watermark here. Watermark is here, so you can go with that option and then see that you've put a watermark. Why is it running slow? You see that you come to more options and then you put a watermark. So you don't need to be stranded at every time that you need to do something. You definitely can use this option to see that you reach your target very fast. Let me say if you want to put bullets, here you go. You get the point? If you want to put bullets, let me see if you want to put paragraph border, show paragraph spacing. Oh no, paragraph border is okay. You can just go to borders. You can use borders, border and shading. You get that point? So tell me what you want to do. We'll always drive you straight to the feature or the activity you want to perform to a given document, straight out. So in case you want font color, font style, let me say font. You see font color is there, font size. Yeah, so depending on what you want, definitely you'll get it with tell me what you want. So every time you feel like you're lost with a feature, use tell me what you want to do. It will drive you straight to that point. Yes, this has been the video for Microsoft Word, the last one. This is part 4 of it. So in case you missed part 1, part 2, part 3, I am going to put the description. Just go to the description below, and then those links are going to be there for part 1, part 2, and part 3, so that you can watch from the beginning up to where we are. So please, I urge you not to forget subscribe to Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah. I'll be waiting for you to comment down below so that I can assist you in any way that you want, and perhaps I will be very happy that you share the link to other friends so that they can learn ICT as well, and then wait for the next lessons. Thank you very much for watching Learn ICT with Teacher Isaiah. See you again in the next video.